Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Music Space, where we help working musicians just like you learn how to quickly and easily make a living with your craft. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing here. And this is an off-the-cuff video. So what's an off-the-cuff video? Well, from time to time, we'll do these videos where just kind of unscripted, unedited, just off the cuff, where we'll talk about, something that's going on in the music industry or something that's, vital to helping you with your career. So I was sitting here, man, and I was actually practicing on some songs and, shedding some things I got to play this weekend for some gigs and stuff like that. And in my YouTube playlist, or as I was pulling up songs on YouTube, you know how when a video ends on YouTube, it'll automatically go to another video. And one of the videos or one of the songs that came up was an R. Kelly song. So, man, if you know what's going on with the whole R. Kelly situation, or that what happened with him earlier this year. I'm not even sure what's going on with the case now, but there was a lot of, controversy about, what we should do with R. Kelly, pertaining to his music. Should we still listen to his music? Should we still play it and all of this kind of stuff? So it kind of put me back in that mode. And it's always kind of one of those things, like when it happens, if a song comes on the radio, which I haven't really heard any of it on the radio recently, but if something comes on the radio or something like what just happened to me happens or jumps up on YouTube, it's like, man, should I turn this off? Or, am I supporting, his behavior? If he's, actually did do these things, am I supporting it? Or is it okay? What is the deal? So here's the thing. This is what it is for me. And this is just what it is for me. It may be different for you. I understand we all have different perspectives. What it is for me is, this is what I feel like. I'm able to, at some extent, or to some degree at least, separate a person from their art. So there is R. Kelly, and then there's his music. There is people like a Harvey Weinstein, and then there's the movies that he produced. There's Kevin Spacey and the movies he's in, his behavior and his things he does as a person, and then there's the movies that he's been in. I think to a particular degree, those things are separate. If not, and one of the reasons I do that is because if we're not able to do that, I think we get into this circumstance where we're in a peculiar position because, if we want to do that, we have to go back to artists, Picasso, artists, Van Gogh, and, people who had mental issues and things like what they, said, like Vincent Van Gogh had mental issues. People like that from the, artist era, and then people from the musician era, the things that, like a Mozart, all of these people did, a Beethoven did back in the day. We would have to, consider those things, and then consider whether or not we should, listen to their music or take it out of, our sort of lexicon of music and all of that kind of stuff. So I think it gets into a really tricky territory. Now, I think, each situation is different. So maybe simply because we don't do that with like a Beethoven doesn't mean we shouldn't do it with an R. Kelly or something like that. So that's not what I'm saying. Each situation is different. So when it comes to the whole R. Kelly thing, for me, what I feel like is, if I have, I bought R. Kelly CDs. I was a big fan of R. Kelly. I bought Chocolate Factory CD. I think one of the best CDs he's ever done. And one of the best CDs, period. His 12-play CD back in the 90s. That's what got me through high school, all that kind of stuff. So I was a big fan of R. Kelly. So, I bought this music long before this kind of stuff happened and before these allegations came out about him. So what I feel like is, if I'm in my own home, and I have a R. Kelly CD or something like that I've already purchased, and I enjoy the music, I can listen to it in my own, home or whatever, and enjoy it without affecting anyone or anything. At this point, I'm no longer supporting his career. I'm no longer purchasing music from him. I'm no longer doing anything, calling into a radio station like what we used to do back in the old days and requesting his songs, thereby giving him more airplay, thereby giving him more money as an artist and things like that. no longer doing those things. I'm simply enjoying his music in my own home. You know, if I want to put it on a, you know, a groove playlist, you know, 12 play CD is always going to be one of the greatest CDs of all time. I feel that if a person is doing that, if I'm doing that, they're not really hurting anybody. I think that's an action that's different than, say, you know, actually going out now and going to a music store or pulling it up online, pulling up his music on iTunes or whatever the, you know, streaming platforms are, and purchasing his music. That's in essence supporting him as an artist and supporting his career, and kind of, you know, on the other side of that thing, kind of supporting his behavior as well. So, but I realize that may not be the right thing to do. You know, there's different sides, different arguments to this whole thing. I'm really curious to know what you think about it, though. Should we still be listening to, you know, artists like R. Kelly music? Should we, as musicians? And here's the big thing, you know, we still get asked to play this type of music. You know, it wasn't too long ago, actually just a couple of months ago, that I was asked to play, what was the song? I can't think of one of his dance songs. I can't remember what it was, but I was asked to play it. And I mean, it was on the spot too. It was like, while my band was at a gig, we were asked to play this song, and it was like, man, should we do this? Like, kind of thing. And we end up doing it, and it turned out okay, but I don't know that if we were in another situation, in another venue, in another place, that would have been the case. So this is a really tricky situation. So I'm really curious to know what you think. Drop below this video and let me know your thoughts. Should we still be listening to R. Kelly music? Should we still be performing it as musicians? Should we, you know, tell other people to stop listening to it? What's your take on it? I'm really, really interested to know. Let's have a conversation about it. So jump down in the comment section and let me know your thoughts.